Hello everyone, it's me Sanjay Vasu back again for another video. This time I'm doing it on Cambridge Lower Secondary Progression Test for Mathematics Stage 9 Paper 1 2023. You're not allowed to use a calculator. Let's start. Question 1. Tick to show which of these expressions is the number 87 million written in standard form. When you write a number in standard form, if we need one digit in the units place, we can put a point here, become 8.7. And that's the number we need, and we can multiply by some power of 10. So if we bring the decimal point, which is over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, it'll come to 8.7. And because of that, we can say it is 8.7 into 10 to the power of 7 is possible. So 8.7 into 10 to the power of 7 is the answer. Question 2. Complete the table of values for y equals x squared plus 4. Just substitute the values in. You will get y is equal to 8 here and y is equal to 5 here. Question 3. Here are two triangles ABC and XYZ. Describe fully the enlargement that maps triangle ABC onto triangle XYZ. So first thing, we can see that the side length here is 4 units as doubled to 8 units when enlarging it. So it's an enlargement. Scale factor 2. Center. What's the center? Well, it's the common point where the point X is 2 times the distance from that point from point A, and the same for Y and B, Z and C. That point will be this one, which is 1, 3. It goes 2 times distance, 2 times distance, and 2 times distance there. So the center is 1, 3. That's the answer. To find the center, actually another much simpler way to do it. So we just take two corresponding points. So here it's A and X, C and Z, B and Y. And now draw a line which starts with X and passes through A, like that. And draw a line which starts at Z and passes through C. And also draw a line which starts with Y and passes through B, like that. So we can see there's one point which is over here where all three lines which you have drawn intersect, and this point is the center of enlargement, which is 1, 3. That's the answer. Question 4. Here are two inequality symbols. Write the correct symbol in each box to complete the statements. 12.62 into 0.91 dash 12.62. We're multiplying by a decimal less than 1, so the final answer will be less than the original number. 12.62 divided by 0.91 dash 12.62. If we divide by a decimal smaller than 1, that means it'll be greater than the original number. 0.91 by 12.62 is dash 12.62. Obviously, it's just less than. Question 5. In a game, a player either wins, draws, or loses. Gabriella plays the game. The probability that Gabriella wins is 0.55 and the probability she draws is 0.15. Find the probability that she draws or loses her next game. So the probability of losing is equal to 1 minus 0.55 minus 0.15, which is 0.3. A probability of draw, otherwise D, or loss, which is L, 0.3 plus probability of draw, which is 0.15, which is equal to 0.45. That's the answer. Question 6. Here's an algebraic fraction. Take to show which expression is equivalent to the fraction. We can factorize this to make it as 4 into 3x plus 1. And if we divide that by 4, we can cancel it out, so it'll be 3x plus 1, which is the fourth option. Question 7. Here are the first 4 terms in the sequence. A. Find the next term in the sequence. We can see that this is the sequence of cube numbers. So there's 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube. So next will be 5 cube, because the fifth term, and that's 125. B. Find the nth term of the sequence. Because the sequence of cube numbers like that, it is just n cubed. First of all, 1 cubed, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 27, and 4 cubed 64, 5 cubed 125. The number which you're cubing is the position or the number n of the term. That's the answer. Question 8. Given that 8.95 into 5.62 is equal to 50.299, complete these calculations. We can see that the 895 is just 8.95 into 100. And for 0.562, it's 5.62 divided by 10. So we have into 100 here and we have divided by 10 here for this one. And that'll be the full answer of this multiplied by 10. So the answer for the question is this number multiplied by 10, which is equal to 502.99. Now for a second one, 502.99 divided by 56.2. If you bring 5.62 to this side, we'll get 50.299 divided by 5.62. And over here, we have 502.9, which is 50.299 into 10, divided by 5.62 into 10, because that's 56.2. So because we multiply 10 for both of the numbers which are being used in division, it does not change the answer. So I'll relate this division over here with a simple example. 4 divided by 2 is 2. We know that, right? If you multiply 4 into 10 and divide that by 2 into 10, that'll be 40 divided by 20, which is still 2. The answer does not change. Using that, we can say that this number multiplied by 10 divided by this number multiplied by 10 is still the same number over here, the same quotient. That's why the answer is 8.95. Question 9a. Find the exterior angle of a regular pentagon. The exterior angle will be 360 by n, which is equal to 360 by 5, because that's the number of sides in the regular pentagon. That's 72 degrees. B. Find the interior angle of a regular pentagon. So interior is 180 minus exterior angle, which is equal to 180 minus 72, which is equal to 108 degrees. That's the answer. C. Tick to show which of these regular polygons will tessellate and which will not tessellate. One's been done for you. Squares will tessellate. So we need to find the interior angle and divide 360 by the interior angle. If the answer is an integer, then it tessellates. Otherwise, it won't tessellate. Using this, we can say that equilateral triangles will tessellate, regular hexagons will tessellate, and regular pentagons will not tessellate. Just saying, 360 by 60, that's the equilateral triangle's interior angle. That's just 6, which is an integer. Now for squares, the interior angle is 90. 360 by 90 is 4, which is an integer. Now for regular pentagons, it's 108, and 360 by 108 is not an integer. Regular hexagon, it is 120. Because of that, we can say it's an integer because the answer is 3. That's the answer. Question 10. 11 students each take a physics and chemistry test. Mike starts to draw this back-to-back stem and leaf diagram showing marks from the chemistry test. Here are the marks from the physics test. A. Complete the back-to-back stem and leaf diagram. We need to take the smallest value first. So for the tens digits of 4, we have 42 and 46. We can write that in. We have to write in descending order because it's ascending from the stem. So in the leftwards direction, it is ascending. From left to right, it's descending. Now for 5 as the tens digit, there's 1, 2, 3 numbers. There's 2 55s and 1 57. Now for numbers we start with 6. There's 60, 64, and 69. And we can just add that there. Now for 70 starting numbers, we get 71, 73, 71, 73. And for numbers starting with 8, we get 88. That's all. This is the answer. B. Complete the table. We need to find the median for chemistry. We can use a traditional striking method, which is lowest off and then highest off. And then just do that till we end up with a particular answer, which in this case, the middle number is 67. That's the answer. C. Tick to show which subject has marks with a greater spread Explain how you know using appropriate values from the table in part B over here. Actually, physics has a greater spread because the range for physics, which is 46, is greater than the range for chemistry, which is 33. That's the answer. By the way, how did I get 46 and 33 values here? These values are actually simply in the table which is given in the previous page over here. We can see that range is physics, chemistry. For physics, it's 46 as given, and for chemistry, it's just 33. That's how I got these values over here. That's the answer. 11. Here's the distance time graph for a journey. Calculate the speed of this journey, give your answer in kilometers an hour. We can see that the time is 2 hours and distance is 120 kilometers. So speed will be distance by time, which is 120 by 2, 60 kilometers per hour. That's the answer. Let's go to question 12. Here's some inputs and outputs of the same function machine. We have the inputs over here. They undergo a certain change and it becomes output. Complete the missing input and the missing output. If we realize closely, if we multiply the input by 2 by 5, we will get the output in every single one. And that's why this one, n, will become 2 by 5n. But what about this one? The output's minus 1. Something into 2 by 5 is minus 1. Let's keep that as x. So x is minus 1 to 5 by 2, which is minus 5 by 2, or minus 2.5. That's the answer. Question 13. A speed camera records the speeds of 50 cars in 1 hour. A. Write down the class interval containing the median speed. So if we have 50 cars, that means the 25th and 26th cars will be the ones with the median speed. How do we know that? We can do 50 divided by 2, that's 25, so the 25th value. Why divide by 2? Because when we see a number of objects, in this case 50 cars, if we divide by 2, we'll get to the middle value. So in this case, it's not just 25th because it's an even number, but then we have to add 1 to 25, so we get 26th as well. In reality, to find a median, we need to do 25th plus 26th divided by 2. But that is not really important because we do not have the actual values. This is just grouped data. As we can see, they are in class intervals. So we need to just find out where the 25th and 26th values are in these groups here. We can see that all the values up to the 9th car is in the first group. In the second group, we have the 10th to the 26th value. Wait, we have 25th and the 26th value in this group. So that's why this group is the answer. It'll be S is greater than or equal to 30 and less than 40. That's the answer. B, draw a ring around the value that could be the range of the 50 speeds. So if we take a range for group data, we'll take the largest possible value 70 minus the smallest possible value 20, and that'll be 50. Which one is the closest to 50 in these numbers? We can see that 48 is just 2 in the number line away from 50, because 50 minus 2 is 48. So we can say that 48 is the closest value and it could be the range. That's the answer. Question 14. When n equals minus 1, 3 of these expressions have the same value. Draw a ring around each of these expressions. If we substitute n equals minus 1 into all of this, we get 1 over here, 3 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here, and 0 over here. So these 3 have the same value over here, so we put rings around those 3. That's the answer. Question 15. The diagram shows 3 straight lines crossing each other like that. Some angles like these are marked. Explain why angle X is 60 degrees. Give geometrical reasons in your answer. So, angles at triangle add up to 180 degrees. Hence, y equals 180 minus 60 by 2, because these three add up to 180 degrees. That'll be 120 by 2, which is 60 degrees. And now, since vertically opposite angles are equal, angle x is just 60 degrees. Proven. That's the answer. Let's go to question 16. The equation of a line is 5x plus 2y equals 6. Find the gradient and y-intercept of the line. We can make this into the form y equals mx plus c. M is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So we can find both at the same time. So we can bring 5x to the other side. 2y equals 6 minus 5x. Y equals 6 minus 5x by 2, which is equal to 3 minus 5 by 2x. We'll rearrange it like this for no confusion. This is in the form of y equals mx plus c. M is minus 5 by 2 and c is 3. So the gradient is minus 5 by 2 and y-intercept is 3. That's the answer. Question 17. Work out 1 5 by 6 plus 2 2 by 3 into 3 by 16. Give answers mixed number in simplest form. We can write it as improper fractions here, and we can cancel out some things. 11 by 6 plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 11 by 6 plus 3 by 6, which is 14 by 6, which is equal to 7 by 3, which is 2 1 by 3. That's the answer. By the way, why actually do you think that we are doing multiplication first and not the addition? Because actually, there's something called order of operations, and in that we actually need to do multiplication before addition in any expression if there are no brackets as given here. That's why we've done this first, and we got 11 by 6 plus 3 by 6, which is ending up to be 14 by 6, becomes 2 1 by 3. That's the answer. Question 18. A. Naomi thinks of a number n. She changes the number using the rule multiply by 3, then square, then add 4. Tick to show the expression for a number after using the rule. So let's take number n, multiply by 3, square the full thing, add 4. There's no option like this, but we can actually do the square. 9n squared plus 4, and indeed there is an option over here for that. That's the answer. B. Mia thinks of a number m. She changes the number using the rule 4 into m minus 5 the whole squared. Complete the rule for Mia's number. Her rule is dash, then dash, then dash. We can see she subtracts 5 first, so subtract 5, then she squares the number over here, so square, then multiply by 4. That's the answer. Question 19. Here's a circle with center C. Use a straight edge and compasses only to construct an inscribed square. Do not rub out your construction arcs and lines. First, we can just draw a diameter, like so. Now, we can take our compass and measure the length so that the length is greater than half of the diameter. For example, this length I will take. Now, we can draw an arc directly above the point C and directly below the point C. We can keep the compass needle here and draw two arcs, one above the point C and below the point C. Just like this, we have two arcs. And after that, we can place the compass needle at the other side or the other point of the diameter and draw two arcs in a similar fashion. Now we can see that there are 2 points where they intersect, and we can draw a line through those 2 points. It should go to the center of the circle, and as you can see here, we have made a perpendicular bisector. Now we can simply see these 4 points on the circumference of the circle, which are made by the diameter and its perpendicular bisector. We can just connect these points using 4 straight lines. The resulting shape, by connecting them, should be a square. That's the answer. Let's go to question 20. A straight line joins the points A, 2, 1, and B, 8, 10. And the point C, 6, y lies on the line AB. Find the y coordinate of C. So first we can use these points to find the gradient and y-intercept. So the gradient will be, or m will be, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which means the y of the second point minus the y of the first point by the x of the second point minus the x of the first point. So that'll be 10 minus 1 by 8 minus 2, which will be 9 by 6, which is 3 by 2. Now we can substitute the values in. Let's take point A and substitute it, including this m, into a formula of y equals mx plus c. That's a normal straight line graph formula. Now we can substitute. 1 is equal to 3 by 2 into 2 plus c. So 1 is equal to 3 plus c. C is equal to 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. So now we have the line formula as y equals 3 by 2 x minus 2. Now we know that point C is 6, y. We know the x coordinate is 6. So we can simply substitute this x value in to find the y value. So doing that, we will get y equals 3 by 2 into 6 minus 2. Y is equal to 9 minus 2. Y is equal to 7. And that is our answer. Question 21. A, in this question, x is a whole number. Find the largest possible value of x for which the inequality is correct. We can bring 27 to this side and x to the other side. So 27 squared is greater than x squared. That means x squared is less than 27 squared. X is less than 27 because that's the square root of 27 squared. It'll both cancel. And the largest possible value is equal to 26 because it cannot be exactly equal to 27, but it has to be less. And it's also a whole number. That's the answer. B, in this question, y is a whole number. Find the largest possible value of y for which the inequality is correct. Bringing 8 to this side and y to this side. 8 into 2, which is 16, is greater than y squared. Y squared is less than 16. Y is less than root 16. And y is less than 4. So, once again, largest possible value is equal to 3. Because it's less than 4, cannot be equal to 4, but then it's a whole number as well. That's the answer. Question 22. Yuri and Chen are playing a game. They each have 4 cards numbered 1 to 4. They place their cards face down. Each child turns over one of his cards at random. The winner is the child who chose the largest number. If they turn over the same number, then neither of them wins. So the probability that Yuri wins the game is 3 by 8. So first, let's take that he chooses 2 and Chen chooses 1, which means he wins like that. He has the greater number. So that'll be 1 by 4 into 1 by 4, because both probabilities are 1 by 4, plus 1 by 4 for the probability of getting a 3, multiplied by the probability of getting 2 or 1 for Chen, which is 2 by 4, plus 1 by 4, which is the probability of getting a 4, multiplied by the probability of getting either 1, 2, or 3 for Chen, which is 3 by 4. Why are we not counting Yuri getting 1? Because if he gets 1 and whatever number Chen gets, he will not be able to win. So that'll be 1 by 16 plus 2 by 16 plus 3 by 16. That's equal to 6 by 16, which is 3 by 8. And that is proven. That's the answer. Question 23. Here are some equations involving indices. Find the values of w over here, x over here, and y over there. So we can do w first. So 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 2 will be multiplying the powers. 2 to the power 6 divided by 2 to the power minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power w. So 2 to the power 6 minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power w. 2 to the power 8 is 2 to the power w, and w equals 8. We have w now. We can find x. 4 to the power of minus 2 into 4 to the power 1 into 4 to the power x is equal to 4 to the power 12. Why 4 to the power 1 over here? Because 4 is the same as 4 to the power 1. Now that means 4 to the power of x plus 1 minus 2 is equal to 4 to the power 12. 4 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 4 to the power 12. 12 equals x minus 1, and x is equal to 13. Now we have x and w. We need to find y. So 6 power y into 6 power y is 6 to the power minus 16. We can write that. We got power rules. When we multiply powers with same base, we add them up. So 6 to the power y plus y is equal to 6 to the power minus 16. 6 to the power 2y equals 6 to the power minus 16. Because they're the same base, we can equate the powers. So 2y equals minus 16, y equals minus 8. That's the answer. I actually put a minus sign over here, because when we divide two numbers with the same base and some amount of power, for example 2 power 6 and 2 power minus 2 given here, we have to subtract the two powers. So subtract this one minus this one. 6 minus minus 2, the minus will cancel out. So 6 plus 2, which is just 8, like that, and that's why w is equal to 8. That's the answer. Question 24. Here's a rectangle. The area is 119 centimeters squared, and the length of the shorter side is 5x plus 2 centimeters. A. Write down an expression in terms of x for the length of the longer side. So when you multiply, let's keep this the breadth, this the length, and this the area. So you multiply length into breadth, we get area. So to find the length, that means we need to do length equals area by breadth. So we can just do area is 119 and breadth is 5x plus 2. So 119 by 5x plus 2 centimeters. That's the answer. B. The longer side of the rectangle is 7 centimeters. Find the value of x. So the longer side is 7 centimeters. That means we can equate this. 119 by 5x plus 2 is 7. So 119 by 7 equals 5x plus 2. That means 5x plus 2 is equal to 17. And now 5x is equal to 17 minus 2, which is 15. X is equal to 15 by 5, which is 3. That's the answer. With that, I come to the end of my paper. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends and family, and comment on how you think this video was. With that, it's me, Sanjay Vasu, signing out. Thank you. Bye.